video that is in the process of being uploaded right now, but I don't know what's going on. The election may be over by the time it finishes uploaded, so I decided to go live. Anyhow, I am here at the precinct in Rosamond, one of the 4 that we have, and I got to tell you, for this special election for Kevin McCarthy to fill out the rest of his term, we have had pathetic turnout. Now, I don't know if everybody just decided they were going to mail everything in, and that's how they expect this to happen. But generally in this area, we have a number of people who like to come in, and the turnout so far has been way less, by a factor of probably 10, of people who have come in person at this point in the day compared to March 5th. So please, 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 if you are in District 20, I know this goes out to whoever. I've got, over 3,000 subscribers. That the number of you that are in District 20 is probably relatively small, but please, if you know anybody who's in District 20 in California here, had been previously represented by Kevin McCarthy before he decided to take his ball and go home, tell them to find their local precinct in District 20, California, come out and vote. If they have misplaced their mail-in ballot, because everybody in California gets a mail-in ballot, if they misplaced it, just as long as they haven't already mailed that in, but they misplaced it, whatever, come on in, make sure that your vote counts, because we really, really, really need to have a good Republican representative to fill out the rest of Kevin McCarthy's term, and then hopefully that person will then also be chosen in the November 5th general to then represent us for the following 2 years. According to the Secretary of State office in California, there are still about 250,000 votes statewide that needed to be counted, but given that, I'm not sure what percentage of that was for District 20, but there were 2 people who were leading the way to fill Kevin McCarthy's position and go on to the primary November 5th, and that is Vince Fong and Mike Bordeaux. Vince Fong has been endorsed by both Kevin McCarthy and Donald Trump, but so take that with a grain of salt, one way or the other. Sometimes Trump doesn't endorse the most MAGA folks, but still we want somebody who is going to be conservative, so I'm not really sure. But Mike Bordeaux, he's been endorsed by some other Republicans. He is a former sheriff, but there's also been some word that he isn't entirely against, that he isn't entirely for closing the border. Not sure. Love to know what your thoughts are on that. But basically, please vote for one of those 2, and we'll probably be okay. Just don't vote for the Democrat. The other Republicans didn't get any sort of double-digit numbers on the primary for March 5th. And we want to make sure that whoever gets that they get over 50%. Because the problem is that if we don't get somebody who wins this thing with over 50% today, then we still won't have any representation for at least another month and a half, because they will have to do a runoff. So then the top 2 from today's race will then have another election sometime in the middle of May. And of course, then that'll take probably a month or so to get all that sorted out and then have him seated. So basically, then we've got the August recess, and nothing really is probably going to get done in August. So just please show up to your precincts here if you're in District 20. Replace Kevin McCarthy with a good, solid conservative, and hopefully that person will be filling in and win for the November 5th election. Anyhow, thanks for watching. God bless. I just wanted to get jumped on here because when I was uploading the other video that I had just done, it was showing it was going to take like an hour or 2 to finish uploading. So anyhow, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Share this to anybody you know who lives in Central California that might be in Kevin McCarthy's district. We have until 8 p.m. tonight to get that vote cast, and make sure that you participate in the process. Also, please, no matter what district you're in, consider being a poll worker. Please, please, please. We have Here today, we have a team of folks that are dedicated volunteers. They're coming all the way from like another city that's like 45 minutes away, because that particular city isn't part of District 20, but they're willing to help out. For the March 5th election that we had, well over 3/4 of the people who were volunteering were driving a minimum of 45 minutes to 2 hours away to come, because we didn't have enough volunteers in our local area that were stepping up to the plate. Now, I say volunteer, but there is a stipend that's paid. So depending on the level of responsibility you want to accept here in California, or at least in Kern County, it ranges from anywhere from $130 to, I think, like $230, depending again on how much responsibility you want to take, how much extra work you're willing to do. So it isn't exactly completely volunteer. There is a stipend that's associated with it. So look into your county Secretary of State, the elections office, and find out what you can do that can help the process run smoother. Because if elections run on the people that are involved. So if you're at all concerned about how elections are being run in your area, then make sure you check that out and see if you can volunteer and be a part of the process. And help make it happen, okay? Make sure that vote counts. All right. Anyhow, I'm just around here doing my duty, making sure all these signs are up. That one had fallen over because we get a lot of wind here. So everything else looks good. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. Please hit like, subscribe, please share. Again, especially if you know anybody who is in that Bakersfield, Kern County area. Tell them to go out and vote. God bless, and I will talk to you next time. Bye. As soon as I can figure out how to say goodbye.